Hello friends, welcome to our channel Creating Essence. I am Megan. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I know it's been talked about a lot. I'm sure it's probably pretty played out in a lot of areas. But as a family with an immune compromised child, we kind of have a unique perspective on this whole COVID-19 novel coronavirus outbreak. So I thought I would share with you all how we're handling that, and it might surprise you. If you've been around here very long, you know that our son Aaron, who's just about to turn 7, has a compromised immune system. In really short, for much of his life, he has really struggled to fight off almost any virus. He's always the first in our family to pick up on some germs, even from basic things like the common cold. He gets really severely. For quite a few years, almost any illness he got, he would eventually have to be hospitalized because his body just couldn't turn the corner without some intensive care. So it might surprise you to know I'm really not worried. I'm just not. Frankly, I've been training for the last 7 years for a situation like this. This whole hysteria, wash your hands thoroughly, everything that the CDC and the WHO and doctors and everything are encouraging people to do, that's been our life. That's literally been how we've been living for almost 7 years now. So while everybody else is freaking out, it's just business as usual here. The governing bodies and medical associations are telling people don't leave your house unless necessary, and especially don't go anywhere when you're sick. We've been doing that for years. We've been saying that for years. I cannot tell you the number of friends and relationships that our family has lost, and the countless times and ways we've been ostracized for living and proclaiming don't go out of the house if you're not feeling well. It's been really, really hurtful for a lot of years. I was straight up told once I was a poor reflection on the leadership of a mommy group, because when my son had been hospitalized for the 2nd time in a winter, because people were bringing very obviously sick children to social groups, and I sent out a message begging people not to come if they were sick. And now everybody, the government, the police, all the average citizens are saying, please don't leave the house if you're sick. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that and getting treated like crap for saying that for years. I've heard so many times, oh, if we stay home every time we have a sniffle, we'll never leave the house. Sorry, you have no sympathy from me, because somebody's sniffle literally ended up killing my nephew. I have no sympathy for you and your sniffle that keeps you home, because my nephew is dead. I have no sympathy because your sniffle meant my son was hospitalized for days with RSV. I don't care that you didn't want to be home for a week. My son almost died. We're blessed to have this beautiful 1 1/4 suburban acres that we call home, that we have turned into a nest where we love being. I have a family that I love being around. So many parents with schools canceling all over are freaking out. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Stuck in the house with my children for 2 weeks straight. I don't know. Look at it as an opportunity to spend 2 bonus weeks with your kids. Look at it as an opportunity to get to know them, to go on nature hikes, not around other people where there are no germs being spread. It's springtime, guys. Get outside and look at how things are changing. Paint some rocks and hide them on hiking trails. Pick flowers. Plant some seeds in some dirt in a cup and watch it grow on your windowsill. Read books. Write stories. Make cookies together. Teach them some cooking skills. Teach them how to do laundry. Teach them how to clean. Show them by example what you do all day, every day, and get them involved. Have them help. Help them grow a greater appreciation for what you do. Get some big spring cleaning done projects around the house, getting the kids involved, teaching them those things, and then teach them how to make a special treat for their reward and more learning. That'll take hours every single day. Play board games, learn a new card game, do some yard work. There are so many things you can do all day, every day to fill those hours, to teach your kids new things just by showing them, just by doing it with them and explaining, this is what we're doing and this is why. Let me show you. Let's do it together. Let's learn how to fry an egg. Let's learn how to make toast. Let's learn how to make bread. At the very least, there are programs online like Starfall, ABC Mouse, Brain Pop, so many things that can keep your kids involved, engaged, and active when you need some downtime, some hands-off time. I personally am a huge fan of the afternoon nap time. All my kids, no matter the age, from 1:30 to 3 o'clock every day, they are quietly in their beds. They can build silently with Legos. They can read books. They can nap. I don't care what they're doing, but they are silently in their rooms because we all need a little downtime. Not to mention, the CDC, the WHO, ACOG, American Association of Pediatrics, all the things are recommending right now more sleep, more hydration, healthy food. A nap will only do everyone some good, even if it's just quiet resting time. My favorite trick, if a kid says they're bored, they get a chore to do. Some days, my bathrooms are all sparkling. Other days, my bathrooms are a mess because everybody's outside playing and they know better than to come tell the lady washing dishes that they're bored. All of that brings me to my next point. Nutrition. What we have found through years that what we feed our kids makes a huge difference in their health. The things that will wear down your immune system and make it even harder for your body to fight off any germs, much less something like COVID-19. Sugar, all kinds, even fruit juice. Natural fruit in its raw state, good. It has tons of nutrients, fiber, everything is still intact. It doesn't have any preservatives, way better. Juices, sugar and water, don't even bother. Soda, you might as well go lick all the handrails in town. Preservatives, also an absolute drain on your immune system. Foods that will support your immune system, magnesium is amazing for immune system. Foods that are naturally high in vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, the B vitamins, all of those things are really, really ramped up in our diet, especially now. Elderberry has gotten a huge amount of publicity in the last few years, and with good reason. It's high in antioxidants, it's high in vitamin C, a ton of things that help support your immune system. I have my own recipe for elderberry syrup and elderberry gummies that I will put in the info box below. They're cheap and easy to make. But right now, you're probably not going to find them in stock if you don't already have them on hand. There are a lot of other ways to get antioxidants and great nutrients in your bodies. And it's also really thrifty, but it may require actually cooking your own food instead of buying prepackaged stuff. I had to go to the store today. It was my regular bi-weekly grocery trip. It was a nightmare. People are panicking. I made 7 stops. Only 2 of them had toilet paper. Do people not realize that this is a head cold that can be more severe in the immune compromised? It has nothing to do with diarrhea. I really think that somebody somewhere freaked out, bought all the toilet paper. And people said, wait, we're supposed to be freaking out and buying toilet paper? Shoot, I'm gonna go buy toilet paper. And the word spread like wildfire on social media. When I was out this morning, there were people literally running through stores with their grocery carts to grab things as fast as they could in their carts to make sure that they got what they wanted. This kind of hysteria is harming everyone. Stores were completely sold out of meats and fruits and vegetables. I got off of Facebook about a week and a half ago because the nonsense between primaries and the beginnings of the coronavirus hysteria, they were just overwhelming and miserable. It was like an energy suck to get on Facebook. So I got off. I have not been paying attention to the media. I have pointedly been going to medical sources for my information. And here are the legitimate facts from the medical sources. Because COVID-19 is basically a head cold that can have complications in some immune-suppressed people, the World Health Organization says only about 10% of people who have it are actually being diagnosed, because those are the only ones who have anything more than a minor head cold. So that means that 90% of people with coronavirus aren't being diagnosed, don't even know they have it. Statistically, it is far more widespread than you can even possibly imagine right now, and it has been for quite some time. It just hasn't been given a name in statistically 90% of people. That means those fatality reports that you are hearing about only account for that about 10% of people who actually know that they have coronavirus. That makes the percentage that, when I looked before I filmed this, was about 4% fatality rate with this virus, is actually so minute it barely registers, because that 4% is only of the 10% that actually know that they have coronavirus. If you were to plug that 10% into the whole picture, do the math, multiply the 10% to round it out to a full 100% and include the other 90 that the World Health Organization and CDC believe have coronavirus, that makes the fatality rate hundredths of a percent. That's almost nothing. And that's not to say that the people that are suffering greatly and are dying from coronavirus are somehow less important. They matter. Their health matters and their lives matter. It's just to say that this mass hysteria that the media has fueled is completely uncalled for, completely blown out of proportion. The people that are now suffering because they don't have access to food or toilet paper because of this hysteria are suffering completely needlessly. I have an immune-compromised child. He's one of those people that's listed on the very high list for potential fatality if he were to contract coronavirus. And honestly, I'm not worried. We live what all the governing bodies have recommended people should do to prevent this illness. And if we do still get it, we do still get it. Our area has cases. People near to us have been diagnosed. But if we live in constant fear and behave irrationally because of that fear, so many more will suffer. I refuse to live in fear, and I refuse to do harm to people around me by buying into the hysteria and the lies. In all seriousness, my friends, wash your hands, wash them well, teach your children to do the same. Stay home when you're sick, all the time, even when this is over. Get plenty of sleep, drink plenty of water, and eat healthy food. Worldwide, approximately 56 people a day are dying from coronavirus. That's in the whole world. In that same population, approximately 160 people are dying from rabies. Are you in a panic about rabies? Because that's 3 times as many, y'all. Approximately 1,900 people die every day from obesity. Are you in a panic about healthy, holistic living yet? Let's be safe, let's be healthy, and let's be rational. Let's be realists and not feed into this hype or buy into the media's hysteria. Stay home, reconnect with your loved ones during this time of super intensity right now, and go forth being better humans. And flip and stay home when you're sick.